This is KUGAN CASSIUS for iFLTV. We're at a DILLIAN WHYTE media lunch. I'm joined by Michael, aka Magic. Magic, what's going on? Successful day today here in London?
Yeah, very successful day. Happy to have the turnout that we did. Happy to see Dillian smiling, you know. He's out this week. It's exciting times for us back in Gibraltar.
I just done my interview with Dillian there. You know, he said outline his reasons. He needs to he's been inactive as it is, so it's important for him to finish off 2024 by getting out. Maybe a few rounds there if it goes that long, etc. But yeah, objective is just to get him out.
Yeah, objective is to get out, to be busy. I think both physically and mentally this sport can be grueling. So yes, very important for him to be busy. And then next year push on to bigger and better things.
He briefly spoke about, we know obviously Chisora's fighting Otto Wall in February after the fallout of the Gerald Miller fight. Was there any kind of talks there potentially about Dillian fighting Chisora in not necessarily in February, but at some point in the first quarter of next year?
Yeah, we reached out on multiple times to try and make the fight. You know, that fight not happening is nothing to do with Dillian or his team. You know, we're very close to his team, and we've reached out and said, let's make it happen. So if it hasn't happened, then it doesn't happen. It's nothing to do with our lack of efforts. We're an open book, and we've wanted to do business and pull it on the table a number of times. Come on, guys, let's make this fight happen. But for whatever reason, they've chosen to go with Otto Wall.
Are you saying there's still a possibility for 2025 that is an option from your side as well? Obviously, once this weekend's out the way, it's going to be full steam ahead for 2025.
Yeah, it's an option for Dillian Whyte, and if he doesn't fancy Dillian Whyte, fight Fabio Wardley. You know, we've got a roster of heavyweights that he can fight, but the priority is Dillian. But if he doesn't fancy Dillian, then fight Fabio.
I mean, we're going to assume that obviously if Chisora is to reach 50 fights, obviously we don't know what's going to happen in the situation with the fight rather with Otto Wallin, but it'll probably look for the biggest name and the biggest amount of money available if he is going to bow out of 50 fights. I'm not sure, like no disrespect, if a Fabio Wardley fits into that mould of his last fight. I don't know if that's the way Derek's looking, because there was talk of Johnny Fisher even fighting Chisora a few months ago, etc., etc. But those kind of fights there, do you see why they would make or not make sense for someone like Derek at this stage of his career?
If you're saying in the UK-wise, Otto Wallin is a bigger draw than Fabio.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you're looking past Otto Wallin. No, I get your point on that, yeah.
But in terms of how Fabio's been flying, Fabio being with Queensbury, it's a massive fight. Could be for the British title. You know, it's a great bow out for him to finish on a title against a Brit in Britain, a young, hungry heavyweight that's on world title honours. Or you can fight your probably your biggest rival, your foe, Dillian Whyte.
Yeah, I think the Dillian Whyte fight with Derek Chisora, for Chisora's like I said, I'm playing this whole 50 fights thing. That would be a box ticker for that. Yeah. Look, we don't know. Like I said to you, he's fighting Otto Wallin, and we don't know what's going to happen in that fight. So we'll see how that situation kind of pans out probably after that.
I don't think any of us could have even seen him fighting Otto Wallin. So, you know, we know boxing is a fluid sport. It's not something that you can predict. It changes on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, but from what I know and from what I understand, and from what I've been first-hand involved with, Dillian is free, willing, and has been pushing to fight Derek Chisora. If Derek Chisora wants to fight, the fight will happen.
What is the latest with Fabio Wardley?
Fabio Wardley will be out next year, naturally, and he'll have a very busy year. So we're still sitting down as a team. There's a team of us and we're planning and scheming on his next step. You know, we just saw David Adelaide on the weekend destroy Solomon, and that just shows you how good Fabio is. You know, Fabio is coming off a great win against Fraser Clark, and he stopped David Adelaide. So I think this weekend is really, if there was any doubt, shown how good Fabio Wardley actually is.
Final one, obviously your card in Gibraltar, live on the zone, featuring, spoke to Dillian about some of the names on there. The return of Mike Perez, which is quite interesting. At cruiserweight, I assumed he would have kind of stayed at heavyweight after going up previously. Thomas Carty also on the bill as well.
Yeah, like Mike Perez says, Daddy's back. that's his headline, Daddy's back. You know, so the amount of pullouts that we've had, and next year we're going to be working closely with Mike Perez, and we want all the smoke from cruiserweight to bridgerweight to heavyweight. Chris Billen-Smith can get it. Lawrence Coley can get it. Anybody at bridgerweight can get it. Mike Perez is hot on your tails. So once he gets through this fight in December, we'll probably have one more sort of activity fight, and any one of those names where Chevon Clark. He's
fighting actually this week, Chevon is.
Chevon Clark next year. Mike Perez. You can get Mike Perez is old now. There's nothing for them to fear. He's old. He's finished. So, you know, let him get in the ring, and you guys can use your youth and dominate him.
Interesting, sarcastic comments.
Thomas Carty, you know, Thomas Carty next year has been his instruction. He wants the big fights next year. This next year is going to be a year where he's either going to win big, or he's going to take a few losses. So we want the Johnny Fishers, we want the Solomon Dacruses, we want the David Adelaides for Thomas Carty. We want all of those fights. So we're going to be pushing hard for him to make a statement this December the 15th, live on the zone. And then after that, next year, we're going to speak with Uncle Frank and get Thomas real busy.
Michael, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Best of luck with your show this weekend. Joe Pugh from IFL will be present at the show in Gibraltar to get the reactions on Sunday. So, yeah, have you got anything else you'd like to add, mate?
No, it's just an exciting time for us at both SOS Management and Platform Sport. It's our second show, and to be live on the zone is a great accomplishment for us. And we're a young promotional company with a lot of aspirations and hunger to go to the next step. So yeah, get behind us, follow the journey, and support. You know, Gibraltar, 15th of December, Europa Sports Hall, still tickets available. Let's go.
Let's go. Michael, thank you very much, and best of luck with your show this week.
Thank you very much, mate.